Glow Squad, what's up, and welcome back to another video. That's if you're a returning subscriber, but if you're new here, you're welcome. Please do subscribe to this channel and join the Glow Farm. Okay, so on this channel we do lots of skincare, so if all this interests you, go through the previous videos. And guys, if you find a reason to subscribe, kindly subscribe and turn on your post notification bell so you don't miss any uploads from me. Okay, so those of you who have been asking if black soap mix is actually safe for kids, it is safe. It all depends on how you mix it, ingredient that you use in mixing it and all of that. So I'm here to show you guys how you can mix the perfect glow black soap mix for kids. Okay, this is super rich, contains natural ingredients that are very safe on the skin of your beautiful baby boy or beautiful baby girl. So if you guys want to know how I made the soap, continue watching this video. Don't miss any part of this video. Give it a huge thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to watch this. Okay, so without wasting much time, guys, let's get right into today's video.
Love all your ways, love all your flaws, love all your moments when you don't know who you are, love when you're lost, trying to follow stars.
To make this glow soap, guys, your base soap should be African black soap as usual. And because this soap is for kids, there is no need to using all the Kampala soaps, all the ozone soaps, and all these strong harsh soaps. Okay, all you need is an African black soap and enough oils. Okay, you don't want your soap to irritate the skin of your kids. Do you get it? So you use enough oils. Even if you are going to make use of just one oil, you make sure that the oil is enough so that the soap doesn't irritate the skin of your baby. You know that African black soap can be drying, and so you need to add enough oils so that it can be moisturizing enough on the skin of your kids. Okay, so I'm shredding my soap into my measuring cup. Okay, the reason I'm using this cup for this process is because I'll be mixing it. I'll be using a mixer in mixing my soap. Okay, so guys, instead of using normal water, you can make use of distilled water, rose water, or coconut water. So I'm going to be using rose water to soak my soap. You can soak your soap overnight to make it soften, and then you go ahead and mix with your hands if you don't have a mixer, or you soak your soap for a few minutes for it to soften a bit, and you can go ahead and mix with your hands. You don't necessarily have to use a mixer like I'm going to be using in this video. Okay, I'm using a mixer because I want my soap to be very smooth. Okay, I want this smooth textured soap. Okay, you can also use your hand and achieve same result. Okay, I only decided to use a mixer because I have a mixer available. You get it? So if you don't have a mixer, just use your hands and it's still fine. So after soaking my soap in the rose water for a few minutes, I'll go ahead and start mixing using my mixer. Okay, make sure your soap softens a bit before you start mixing so you don't spoil your mixer, because African black soap can be really hard to work with. Okay, so you can see how it's forming. Okay, don't bother when it is in that stage because it's definitely going to soak well. The African black soap is going to soak in the water and your soap will come out beautifully. Okay, if you want a very soft soap, you can go ahead and add more rose water or more coconut water or more distilled water at this stage. Okay, I'm okay with this texture. I don't want it to be very soft. I like the texture I have achieved. Otherwise I would have gone ahead and added more rose water to it. So if you want it very soft or you want it very runny, you can add more rose water, more distilled water, or more coconut water to the mixture. Okay, so yes, now I'm adding shea butter. Okay, I added a full tablespoon of shea butter to the mixture. Okay, so I'm going ahead to as well mix this together. Can you guys see the texture the mixer is giving the soap? That is why I decided to use the mixer. Okay, I so much. It has blended in everything so well and giving it a very smooth texture. That is why I am using the mixer. At this point, I can go ahead and leave the mixer and then use a spatula or use my hands to continue the mixing process. So at a point, I'm going to be leaving the mixer and then go ahead and use my hands. So yes, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. It's a very, very important ingredient in this soap, okay? Then I'll add 1 tablespoon of sunflower oil. Guys, I listed the ingredients on the screen. You can check them back or check the description box for list of all the ingredients that I used, okay? So I added 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and a tablespoon of sunflower oil to the mixture. I'm going ahead to mix all this together. Another key ingredient in this black soap is sulfur. If you are making black soap mix for kids, make sure that you add sulfur powder. Sulfur, as we all know, have a lot of benefits to the skin, get rid of acne or skin infections, etc. You know, kids tends to get eczema, measles, and all the skin infections. So having sulfur in your Kiddies glow mix is very, very essential, okay? It helps treat the skin issues, eczema, measles, all these rashes that kids tend to get. Sulfur powder is going to help treat all these skin issues. So at the end of the day, your soap ends up becoming a sulfur soap that can treat all the skin issues. So I'm going ahead to add all my powders: a tablespoon of turmeric powder, a tablespoon of cinnamon powder, a tablespoon of sulfur powder, a tablespoon of Cawood powder, okay? And then a tablespoon of, I'm using 5 powders, okay? So what I just added is a tablespoon of my cinnamon powder. I added a tablespoon of turmeric, a tablespoon of cinnamon powder. I'll go ahead and add a tablespoon of Cawood powder, okay? And then go ahead and add a tablespoon of sandalwood powder, and then finally I add a tablespoon of my sulfur powder. So I used 5 different powders in this mixture, okay? 5 different powders, effective powders in making this Kiddies glow soap mix. So just check the description box for all the ingredients. So this is my sulfur powder. I just added, you can add 2 tablespoons of sulfur powder depending on the quantity of soap. I had wanted to add 2 tablespoons to this particular mixture, but I just realized that 1 is enough, okay? So yes, after that, I'm going ahead to mix everything well, very, very well, okay? Very, very well. And then we'll go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients, okay? At this stage, you can go ahead and add your preservatives. If you are going to add preservative, you add your preservative. It's important to add preservatives because your soap is going to come into contact with water, so it's going to get contaminated and all that. So it's okay to add a preservative, okay? So now I'm going ahead to use my spatula to go ahead with the mixing process. So I just added a tablespoon of carrot oil, okay? Tablespoon of carrot oil to this, and I'm mixing it. Guys, I should have added honey at this stage, but I forgot, so I'm going to add it later. So at this point, I'm adding tea tree oil. I'm going to have to add the rest of the oils that I have to add to it. I've added tea tree oil and then glycerin to it as well, okay? And also vitamin E oil. So these are the last oils that I am adding to this mixture, and then going ahead to mix everything thoroughly. At this point, my pure natural honey should have come in, but I totally forgot until I added all the fragrances and all, and then I remembered to add my honey. So I'm going to add it at the latter part, okay? So guys, I'm adding a sweet fragrance to the soap. You want the soap to smell really nice, okay? So I'm adding my sweet fragrance to the soap, and then going ahead to mix all that as well. And then we'll go ahead and add our pure natural honey to the mixture, and then guys, voila, your black soap mix for kids is ready. So yes guys, after which you store in a very nice container and then cover it up, okay? You can add Germal Plus preservative or any other preservatives, cosmetics preservative you have available to you. So I just added my pure honey, and then I'm mixing all this together, and that will be basically it. You guys are going to see the final result pretty soon. Okay, so if you've made it to this point and you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do so. Turn on your post notification bell so you don't miss contents like this. Okay,